Okay, students, so you guys are on Notability. This front page of the notes I'm actually doing on, this is called paper. I know you guys don't use paper ever, but back in the day, we used paper to do math. But there's a specific reason why I'm using paper for this front page of the notes, because we're doing rotations. This is phase 1 of rotations. And it's just easier to show on an actual piece of paper. Why? Because look at this, we're gonna rotate ABC 90 degrees counterclockwise, so CCW. What does this mean? This means counter clockwise, all right? And then old school clock with the hands counterclockwise is that way, all right? So we're gonna do a 90-degree counterclockwise rotation around the origin. Now what's the origin? Every rotation we do will be around the origin, but it's just 0.00. This point right there, okay? So before we even get started, let's label these points. A is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Negative 5, 1. C is 0, 1. And B is 1, 2, 2.5. 1, 2, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 2.5, 7. All right, anyways, so when we do a rotation, a 90 degrees counterclockwise rotation, this is the way I like to teach students how to do it. There's a bunch of ways, but this is the way I like to do it. I like to actually rotate my paper. All right, now I'm gonna zoom in just a tad. Whoa, okay. So like notice how A is at negative 5, 1. So it's left 5, up 1. If I rotate my paper, notice how A is now left 1, down 5. Left 1, down 5. All right, so if I put my paper back the way it's supposed to go, I'm gonna go left 1, down 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Boom. I'm gonna put A prime right there. Okay? Now let's just keep doing that. Rotating it, boom. Now B looks like it's 7 left, down 2.5. So before it was left 2.5, up 7. Now it's left 7, down 2.5. So I'm gonna put my paper like it's supposed to go left 7, 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, down 2.5. Boom. B prime. And then the same thing for C. Notice how C's just up 1. Now she's just left 1. So boom, put it right there, left 1, bada bing, bada boom. All right, and then do your best to draw a straight line when you're connecting your points. All right, I know sometimes you guys you guys are still in Notability. But I know sometimes you guys try to zoom in like this on pieces of paper because you guys get confused. I've even heard stories of students holding down their pencils to try to make a straight line when not Notability. LOL, that's pretty funny. Anywho, let's list these coordinates off. So up here, I'll just make it more pretty. A is negative 5. Oh, you can't really see it right there. Let me zoom out just a tad. Negative 5, 1. B was negative, I think I forgot right, negative 2.5, negative 2.57, and C was 0, 1. All right, now A prime was negative 1, negative 5. All right, B prime was negative 7, negative 2.5. And then C prime was negative 1, 0. All right, now we did that in graphite. Let's see, do I have it? I'm gonna do this next one in red, just so we can differentiate better. All right, I hope I don't mess up, I'm so nervous. All right, anywho, ABC, now we're gonna do 180 degrees counterclockwise rotation. So again, we're focused on this original triangle right here. I'm gonna rotate my paper 180 degrees, counterclockwise, lock in place. All right. So again, A is 5 to the left, up 1. After I rotate, and again, everything's based off the origin. That's where I'm starting each and every time. The origin, 0, 0. All right. Notice how after I do this now, A looks like it's 5 to the right, down 1. So now I'm going to go 5 to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Down 1. Boom. A prime. I'm fill this out as I go. Now this looks like it's at 5, negative 1. All right, keep cruising right along. B now looks like it's 2.5 to the right, down 7. So 2.5 to the right, 1, 2, 2.5, down 7. All right, cool. And that's gonna be at positive 2.5, negative 7. And then lastly, C. C looks like it's just up 1. After we rotate, it's just down 1 now. Just down 1. All right, so down 1. Call that C prime, and then I'm going to do a beautiful job of connecting all these points. Wow, I did such a good job. And furthermore, it was just 0, negative 1. Cool. All right, now I'm going to elaborate. I'm going to talk about this a lot. This is saying 270 degrees counterclockwise, so that's a really big rotation, all right? My puny little brain can barely comprehend that big of a rotation. Look how big of a spin this is, all right? Again, we're gonna talk about this today, we're gonna talk about this tomorrow, but me personally on a coordinate plane, I do not do 270 degree rotations. I do 90 degree rotations and 180 degree rotations. I refuse to do 270. I won't do it. You can't force me to do it. All right? Instead of going 270, like that's a lot. I'm just gonna go the other way, 90. All right? So let's cross off this 270, say, nah, bro. Let's say instead, let's do 90 degrees clockwise. All right? Because kind of just look at it really fast. Notice how A, the BC, the original triangle, if I do 270 degrees, notice how it's going that way now. It's B is pointing to the right, all right? If I just do 90 degrees clockwise, boom, clicks right back. It's the same thing. Why? 270 plus 90 equals 360 degrees. But again, we'll talk about that more as we progress. So anyways, A is 5 to the right, or excuse me, 5 to the left, up 1. After I do this, A is now 1 to the right, 5 up. All right, 1 to the right, 5 up. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Call that A prime. B is now 7 to the right, 2.5 up. So 7 to the right, 2.5 up. And then C prime is just 1 to the right. All right, so 1, 0. That's it right there, C prime. And look, this looks kind of cool after I've done all rotations, all these triangles, pretty neat, very geometric. All right, this is my favorite unit. But that's that right there. All right, that's the way I like to do it. Again, there's several ways to do it, but this is the way I recommend to students. So let's just progress on. All right, so A is 1, 4. B is 4, 2. So we're just gonna do a whole bunch of rotations again. Let's change something. Let's change this. Watch this. This is gonna be really cool. Let's change this second one to a 180. Cool. All right. Also, something I want you guys to notice. Never mind. We'll talk about that later. Anywho. All right. So again, we're just gonna practice the rotations again. All right. Rotate the figure 90 degrees counterclockwise and rotate it 90. Well, we did different ones. So anyways, counterclockwise. So again, we're going this way. That's counterclockwise. All right. So A is 1, 4. If I rotate 90 degrees, now A is 4 to the left, up 1. So now I'm going to go 4 to the left, up 1, boom, A prime, and that's at -4, 1. B, now it looks like it's 2 to the left, up 4. So I'm going to go 2 to the left, up 4. So you notice how I say left, right, up, down? I try not to worry about the signs until after I graph, because the signs can get messy, and I'm going to elaborate that on the future. All right, now we're going to do a a 180 degree rotation clockwise. So a fun fact, a counterclockwise 180 and clockwise 180 are the same thing. All right, either way, it doesn't matter which way I go. If I rotate 180 degrees counterclockwise or 180 degrees counterclockwise or clockwise or counterclockwise, notice how my paper's always upside down after the rotation is completed. So direction doesn't matter when we do a rotation. All right. And something I forgot to mention, again, let's just go, there's 3 things a rotation needs. You need direction, which will be clockwise or counterclockwise. You need the degrees. So 90, in the coordinate plane we only do 180, 90, 180, or 270. I'm put 270 in parentheses because that's just really 90 in the other direction. So there's really only 2 we need to do, is 90 and 180. And then this one's easy, but we're still going to talk about it. It's always around the origin, or you might see it as round the point 0, 0, because that is the origin. It can be phrased any way. Okay, so anywho, this video is getting pretty long. It's got to stay under 15 minutes, so I got to rush a little bit. But now 180, again, we're looking at this original one. A is 1 to the left, 4 down. B is 4 to the left, 2 down. All right, so I'm just going to knock those out back to back. All right, 1 to the left, 4 down, A prime. And then B is going to be 4 to the left, 2 down, B prime. And let me just double check my work. Yep. All right, so -1, -4, and then, -4, -2. All right, and then the last one is 270. Let's change this again to counterclockwise. Counterclockwise, 270 changes to 90 degrees clockwise. All right, instead of going all the way around, that's pretty hard. I'm just gonna go 90 degrees that way. All right, so 4 to the right, 1 down, 4 to the right, 1 down, A prime. So that's at 4, -1, and then